Hey guys, welcome back to 31 Days of Pomp-o-Ween. If you're new here and you don't know what that is, welcome, my name is Pompberry, and this month I'm releasing one new Halloween tutorial a day. If you're not new here and you've been tuning in for the past few days, you'll know what today's look is. It's going to be Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. I've done Blossom, I've done Bubbles, now it's time for Buttercup. If you haven't watched my Blossom or Bubbles tutorial, you can click up here to view the Pomp-o-Ween playlist. So yeah, I'm just going to jump straight into it. But before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure to click that bell button so that you can be notified every day when I upload, because I am sure you want to see some more Halloween goodness coming your way. Oh, and also don't forget to comment down below who your favorite Powerpuff Girl was. I want to know. Mine was probably Buttercup, to be honest. I never really liked the girly girl thing, although I did really like Bubbles. She was cute. So alright, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Like in my previous two Powerpuff Girl looks, I'm going to do some highlighting underneath my foundation. And for the other ones, I used a cream highlighter, and that is definitely preferable. But I don't have any creamy green highlighters, so I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Prismatic Highlighting Trio. I'm going to use Enchanted from this palette, and this is the green one. It's got an absolutely beautiful shine to it, and it's got almost a cream-like consistency. It's a really different sort of eyeshadow. It reminds me a lot of some of the Smashbox ones, the ones with their new finish. It's almost like a chunky glitter suspended in a cream. I don't know how to describe it, even though it is a powder, but let me just show you how it looks on the skin. Oh, yes. That is just gorgeous. Let me zoom you in and darken the image up a little bit so you can see that even better. I'm just going to work it into the skin as if it were a cream highlighter. Oh, I forgot to put on primer. But look at that shine. And I'm going for green because obviously that is Buttercup's color. That is so pretty though. And in this palette, there is a blue one and an orange one, and the orange one is super unique. But today we're just gonna go for the green. And I'm really kind of working it into the skin. I don't want it to be kind of suspended on top of the skin. And I'm applying it everywhere where I would apply my normal highlighter. So on the bridge of the nose, on the tip, Cupid's bow, my chin. Oh, that is so shiny. Ah, brow bone. All right. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of color correction with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Yellow Corrector. And I just like using this on my blemishes, under my eyes, and on the redness around my nose. I let that sit for a minute, and then I just go in and blend it out using my finger. And you can see that instantly corrects any darkness I have on my skin, and this will allow me to use less concealer and less foundation. Now for foundation, I'm going in with the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. I just like dotting it on my face, and then going in with a damp sponge to blend it out. And hopefully we'll get that green highlight showing through. So you get a bit of a glow, but it's very discreet and it looks like it's coming from within. I've been loving highlighting under foundation recently. It has been my definite go-to trick, especially if it's a more matte foundation like this one definitely is. This just gives a nice healthy glow without it being tacky or dewy to the touch, and it's not as apparent as a powder highlight over top. So I really, really love this technique. Now it just looks like I'm really hydrated and kind of green. Now just going in with some concealer. I'm using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer just to cover up some pesky little blemishes here and there under my eyes, and to prep my eyes too for my shadow. Also, if these contacts at any point look wonky, the contact in my left eye tends to move, so please ignore that. I'm also going in with the Becca Ultimate Coverage Concealer just under my eyes. Really like this concealer for the under eye area. It's super thick though. You can see it does the job. And before that even has a chance to crease, going in with the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Powder. I also like to powder around my nose and my forehead. Now I'm going to do the eyebrows, and Buttercup always has a very stern, very angry look on her face, so I'm going to do a straighter brow for her, and I'm just going in with some black eyeshadow. I'm just kind of gonna go straight out. And I prefer using powder products for my brows. Feel free to use a pomade or a pencil. So I like to start by just kind of filling my eyebrow in. I want kind of like a more squared out brow for her. So definitely straighter here at the front. So I quite like that, but I want to do a little bit of a squared kind of point here. Then I'm going in with the black from the Creepy Cute palette by Strobe Cosmetics just to darken the end and get a sort of gradient. Now that the brows are filled in, I want to go and draw little hair-like strokes at the front of the brows. I'm just using a felt tip liner for this, just so it gives the brows a little bit more life rather than being so blocky. I'm being as light-handed as I can be so that I get really, really tiny strokes. Alright, these are some intense brows. Next, I'm gonna do the eyes, and I'm having a hard time choosing what I'm gonna do because I feel like Buttercup would have a much more grungy look than her two sisters, but I also wanted to keep the looks kind of consistent, so I don't know. I might play around with it a little bit. But to start off, I'm going to go in with the Creepy Cute palette with the color Take a Hint. This is going to be my transition shade, but this eyeshadow is quite pigmented, so I'm just going in very lightly with it first. And I'm taking it into my crease and above my crease. I think I still want to keep the eye shape very rounded like I did with the other girls, so I'm taking it above my crease right here in the center of my eye, and that really helps to round out the shape. And then I'm also going to take it underneath my eyes. I think with her, I'm going to bring her lower lash shadow quite far down. I do think that she would be on the grungier side. Next, I'm going to go in with a NYX Hot Single Shadow, and I think this one's called Kush. I could be totally wrong. The name isn't behind it, so I honestly have no idea. And I'm going to start packing that on my crease, but slightly more inwards. I still want to let that light green peek through, and also close to my bottom lash line. And then I'm going to go back in with Take a Hint just around the edges where I think it needs it, because I don't want it to disappear. It gives a nice sort of brightness to the eye. Now for my go-to dark green, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and I'm going in with Untamed on a pencil brush. And you want to be sure to tap off that excess because you don't want fallout. And I'm going to apply that really close to my bottom lash line, and then pretty much on my lid and the inner part of my crease. I'm not gonna fill all of my lid. I mean, just dusting it over really, but I'm not gonna concentrate it in the center. Kind of like doing a halo. And I know with the other girls, I did a very light colored lid, but with Buttercup, I feel like she's edgier. So we're going a bit darker for her, but there will still be shine. She's still a Powerpuff girl. Now for my lids, I'm gonna try something new. This is the ColourPop pressed glitter in the color Fire, and it's not necessarily a new product, it's just new for me. I've never used it. I've swatched it. It is right here on the back of my hand, and it looks crazy good, but this makes me feel I don't know how to feel about this. I'm just going in with my finger. And I say that because you should always put like a glitter primer down when using glitter, but this one seems like it stays on by itself. Like it's got a built-in primer. It feels like creamy. I'm just patting it and concentrating it in the center of my lid. This is crazy. This is so pretty. It's got like a holographic shine to it. It's not just plain green. And I'm just really pressing it in, but it really seems like it sticks. And once it sticks, it does not budge. Now I kind of just want to take a bit of that NYX green and just apply it around the edges of the glitter to kind of fade it in, so it's not just a big blob of glitter. So it just blends out the edges a tiny bit, and it gives a nicer gradient. Now for my inner corner, I'm going to use two different liquid eyeshadows. I'm going to start off with the Black Moon Cosmetics ET, and then I'm going to go in with the Milani Hypnotic Lights in the color Electric Forest. Taking ET on the back of my hand and using a brush so I could be more precise with the application, and I'm just going to, ooh, that's pretty. Just going to apply that to my inner corner and blend it out. Then once that's done, I'm taking the Milani one, also on the back of my hand. And this is a more blue tone green. So I just want to concentrate it at the very, very innermost corner. Just to give it a little extra something. It makes it a little bit brighter, a little bit shinier. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, I finally Googled it and I finally know how to pronounce the name of this brand. It is Koki. I'm going to use their contouring palette. I always use this cool tone one over here. And I'm just going to give her cheekbones because I think she deserves them. I think Buttercup deserves some cheekbones. I'm contouring a bit above where I normally would contour for myself because I want them to be pretty high. Also bringing that contour down towards the cheek area. Then I'm also going to contour my chin, my nose. Feel like, I don't know if Buttercup would have a little button nose. I did Blossom with a button nose. I didn't do Bubbles with a button nose. I feel like Buttercup just might. So I'm going to do this line across the bridge of my nose to give the impression of a little button nose. Contour under. It's nothing too drastic. It just gives a little hint of a button nose. And forehead as well, but I'm gonna have bangs, so less worried about that. I think I'm gonna mix a few blushes. I'm gonna start with the Essence Fall Back to Nature palette. And I'm going to be using the Pretty for Mr. Apple, the highlighter, but I'm just gonna use it as a like glowy blush. And I'm gonna concentrate that on the apples of my cheeks. See, Mr. Apple, apples of my cheeks. No? Okay. And I'm using a red tone blush because it is the complementary color to green. So I thought it would look really good. And these smell really good too. I'm concentrating on the apples and then kind of bringing it towards my nose. I feel like Buttercup would be the kind of girl that would just do like some fierce eyes and have really natural looking skin. So I'm just going to do the blush as if she were a little bit sunburnt and apply it on my nose as well, on the bridge of my nose. But then I want to add a little bit of an orangey blush to add to that effect. This is the Catrice, whoa, I just stuck my nail in it. This is the Catrice Defining Blush in the color Love and Peach. And I'm going to take a little bit of that and concentrate it just on and around my nose. Also under the tip of my nose. I don't want any on the tip so that it doesn't get rid of that little button nose effect. I might have to contour a bit more once I'm done with the blush because that's kind of fading my contour away a bit. Okay, she is looking very sun-kissed. Also hitting the top of the apples of the cheek. And some on my chin as well, because why not? Okay, I'm looking crazy cute right now. I definitely need to do this look just to go out sometime. Because I'm really digging this green against my skin tone with this blushy little cheek thing I got going on. Since we're here with the cheeks, I'm going to go in with the Black Moon Cosmetics Moonlighter in the color Glowworm. This is their green toned highlighter. And I know I've got a lot of shine going on, but I just want to contribute to that. I'm going to hit my brow bone. I'm going to hit the top of my cheekbone. Just adds a little extra something something. But I'm not going to bring it all the way down here because you can see plenty of that highlighter that's underneath. I'm just really hitting the tops of the cheekbone. And it gives a different kind of green glow. So it's nice to layer highlighters like this. Now for my lips, I'm going to take a little bit of that contour color on a small pencil brush. And I'm going to apply it to the outer corners of my lips. This helps to make them look poutier and under my lip as well. And in my Cupid's bow area. And then I'm going to take the Creepy Cute palette and take a hint on that same little brush. I'm going to apply that just to the outer corners and then along the bottom lip line. Now for the lipstick, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick in the color Midnight Wasabi. And it's this dark kind of forest green. I'm taking it on a little brush so that I can be really precise with my application. I want that outer contour of the lips to be even darker, so I'm going to take a little bit of the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in the color Downtown Beauty. And I'm just going to go around the edges with that because it really helps to sell the illusion of these fuller lips. Whenever you overline your lips, you want to overline them in a darker color than what you fill in at the center. And I also want to darken these outer corners. the inner part of my lips. Once that's done, I'm going to take the Black Moon Cosmetics Slime Lipstick and I'm going to apply it just at the center of my lips to help add volume to the lips. And then I kind of want to add a touch of gloss. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Lip Gloss in the color Jade. It's the green one, but I'm not sure that the glitters in it are actually green. I think the glitters in it are more bluey pink. I'm just going to apply that to the very center. Now I just kind of want to take a little bit of Untamed on a teeny tiny pencil brush and just blend out these outer corners, just a touch. I'm applying it over the lipstick and blending it outwards. I'm also gonna blend it under the lower lip. Once that's done, I'm going to do one last step on the lips. I'm going to take some of my concealer on a little teeny tiny flat brush, and I'm just going to clean up around the edges. I'm gonna let that line be quite visible. I'm not really gonna blend it out too much. I'm also gonna use it to clean up my top lip. This one I am gonna blend out. Now I'm gonna finish off the eyes and then that's it. To line my waterline, I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk. It's a matte white, and that's really gonna help give that really cartoony eye effect. I forgot to do my liner first. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner, and I'm gonna give her some kick-ass flicks. With her, I kind of want to give her a thicker liner, I think, but also kind of straighter. Okay, now I'm going to load up on some Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, both my top and bottom lashes. Okay, I know I'm almost done. I just need to put on fake lashes in my wig and that's it. But I kind of really want to add freckles, just like around the nose area. I think because of all the blush, I think it just deserves some freckles. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Eyebrow Marker in the color Medium. I think this is a discontinued item, but I could be wrong. I'm just going to do very few freckles and just pat them out so they're not too harsh. I did freckles on Blossom, but not on Bubbles. I'm really just going to concentrate them around the nose. Doing a few sparse ones on the cheeks here and there, but I'm not going to bring it any further out than that. Okay, I feel like that's a good amount. It's just a tiny bit. That's all I wanted. Now for top lashes, I'm going in with the Rouge and Rogue Belle de Nuit lashes. And on my bottom, I'm going to use the Elevation Lashes Freedom 7. I'm going to use 3 of these on each side. Now I just need to get on my wig, and that's it. And this is the finished look. This wig is kind of ridiculous. I cut and styled it myself. If you want to see how I did that, be sure to check out my Patreon. I'm going to leave the link down below and up here. So yeah, this is our little tough Powerpuff. The hair is so ridiculous, I don't know what to do with myself, but it's also kind of really cute at the same time. But if you want to go for something more realistic, you can just do some light spikes, kind of like Josie from Josie and the Pussycats. But I figured I'd do something more faithful to the cartoon because it is Halloween, so why not? I really hope you liked it. Don't forget to let me know who your favorite Powerpuff Girl is in the comments down below. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for another day of Pomp-o-Ween. I've got something pretty special planned out for you guys. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to all my patrons who support me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!